So I'm making spaghetti sauce and Gary is butchering quail. Cindy here with Pathways Homestead, and today I am making spaghetti sauce. So last night Gary cut up some tomatoes for me. We put it in the crock pot. We left the lid where it would vent, just kind of crossways on the crock pot. And now I'm going to run it through the food mill and make it juice, and then I'm going to put this crock into the pot and cook it down. I'll add my onions, my bell peppers, and my spices. If you can see them there, I have a whole bunch of herbs from the garden out there, and I'll add a few herbs that aren't from my garden, but we'll get them going and let them cook down. And while we're running and doing errands, and then this evening I'll come back, jar it, and can it. And I like color, so I'm going to choose bell peppers that have a lot of color. Okay, so now I'm going to add my basil and oregano leaves, and these are what I harvested out of the garden. You can use dry oregano and basil. You're going to use less dried because of course it shrinks up. And I just cheat and throw it in with my bell peppers that I have chopped up here, and same with the oregano. I'm not crazy about the stems, so I try to take the leaves off. But it's not going to matter. I'm going to use my emulsion blender later when everything cooks down. And I use quite a bit of spice. We like a lot of flavor, a lot of different flavors. Helps if I was going the right way. So I have basil and oregano here, and I also will put in rosemary. I have a difficult time getting thyme to grow, so I'll have to use dry thyme, and it'll be okay. It'll still be good. I keep my herbs in water so that before I use them, so they stay fresh. You can refrigerate them. You can just wrap a wet paper towel or piece of cloth that's damp if you don't use paper towels, which hopefully soon I'm going to be transitioning into no paper towels. We'll see. That's my last roll of paper towels that you see there. We'll see how well I hold up to that. So that's probably enough rosemary. I don't quite use as much rosemary as I do the other herbs. And then I just zip it. And then I'm gonna pull my blade out so I don't dump it in my spaghetti sauce. Probably not all of this pack. That's probably plenty of onion. That's a secret too, guys. you can go ahead and chop up your green onions and store them in a bowl, or you can just put this in the freezer. You put them in a bag and put them in a freezer. In the freezer, that way you don't waste anything. Now, if you have animals you can feed them to, you're not wasting them, right? Because you're producing something out of them. But chop them, put them in the refrigerator. You can use them for omelets. You can use them for whatever you like, and they're ready to go. And I'm going to put some thyme in here. Someday I'll get thyme to grow. We'll see. I'm not sure why I can't grow thyme, but I can't. If I buy a plant, it dies. If I try to start plants, they don't germinate. So I'm not sure what's going on there. The other thing that I will add is cumin. We like cumin. We use it, and a little bit goes a long way. Then, of course, my minced onions. Black pepper. And sugar. I don't use very much sugar, just enough to cut the little bit of acid. Maybe not even quite a quarter cup. We use this sauce with zucchini. We use it with spaghetti squash or gluten-free noodles. And sometimes we do splurge or cheat and use regular noodles. It's great lasagna sauce. It's a great pizza sauce. And so we're going to go to Mother Earth News Fair in a few weeks. And Uncle Mud's going to be there. And I think he's building a pizza oven because he said we should make pizza. So we're going to give it a go. I told him I'd bring the sauce. So some of this is going to go to make pizza with Uncle Mud. Right, we're just going to stir that all up. I've got some on the rim here. I'll just knock it back down in. Stir that all up and let it cook down, and we'll see what we end up with. I'm going to bring the camera over here and let you see how beautiful this is. How beautiful that sauce is, all the color. We're just going to let that cook down and come back in a few hours and can it. So I did not get canning my spaghetti sauce and my jalapenos on video. Sorry guys, I had a little bit of a blip and didn't get it done, but I can show you my finished product. So I have 13 half pints of candied or bread and butter pickled jalapenos, and I have 4 quarts and a 3/4 quart of spaghetti sauce. And Gary got a whole bunch of bell peppers cut up for me last night and put in the freezer. So that's what I got done yesterday, and along with him getting a tooth cut out. And today Hannah goes to the doctor. So it's another busy day on the homestead. Thanks for watching, you guys.